Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. So, I've been working on a project and video already today, and it will probably go up. It will go up after this one, but it reminded me of something that I was going to do in a video a while back and just didn't get round to doing. So I thought I would do that now. And it's really kind of border ideas for journals and cards. Now, I nearly always put a border or a frame around a journal page, or if I'm doing journaling cards or any other kind of little card like this, my Positive to Deck cards. And there are different ways to do borders, so I thought it might be quite a good idea just to show you some of the borders that I use. This is by no means them all, and it's just a little sample to show you how easy they are to create, really. So I'm hoping that the light's going to be okay in here today. It's getting very dark outside, even though it's just gone midday. I think it might snow, so hopefully it's not going to get too dark and I don't need to put artificial light on. But anyway, let me show you these borders. So the first one is simply what I call a sketchy border. Now, if you wanted to make a really straight border, then use a ruler. But for me, you know, I like a kind of sketchy look. And it's amazing how even just a border like this can actually set something off. So I'm just going to demonstrate on these little cards that will turn into journaling cards or something like that. I'll stamp or whatever on them later, but I'm just using them to show you the borders. So a sketchy border for me would simply be running along the length. I'm probably about half a centimetre in, maybe just over a quarter of an inch. Usually just do it top and bottom and then along the sides. And I deliberately make it sketchy. So it's not about hiding mistakes, but it's just about saying let's not be too precise. And I actually think that's a nice way to do a border. Very simple, but very effective. And, you know, if I was using other black ink in here, then I'd ink these edges in black as well, and that just helps frame whatever you're doing. The second is, again, I'm not going to be precise, but I will draw a double line around the card. So that's that one, then just doing kind of squiggly lines all the way. And you could go in here and do white, you know, so if this was a darker background, you might do these white, or you could take white, you could do polka dots on these, or you could do stripes on these, really whatever you want. So one design, and you could have lots more variety. You could put bright red, for example, in there, anything like that at all. So my third one is what I call Loopy, and basically it's just going around again but incorporating little loops, no set pattern, just trying to do just a kind of freestyle. So again, you can do this in different ways. You could leave the dots open, you could, the loops I should say, you could leave them open, you could do them in white if it was a dark background, you could do red, green, you could do whatever colour you want, but again that just helps frame. So the next one, I'm really not quite sure what to call it, but it's a wave of a sort, so I'll show you how to do this one. So this one is quite similar to this one, but you can see a different effect by doing the kind of wave line where it crosses over rather than one with inside the other, just a little bit different. So the next one I'm going to do is just a simple dot and dash. Yeah, so the dot and dash, quite plain, but again, quite effective. So the next one I'm going to show you is a type of faux stitching. I used to use these quite a lot, still do use them sometimes. And the first one is more just the kind of plain running stitch. So very plain, very straightforward. That I think is quite a good one if you're doing kind of collage elements on a page and you want it to look as if it is actually stitched on. The next one is another stitch of sort, but it's more, you know, sometimes when you look at something that's been machine stitched, you see a little tiny hole and then the stitch. So it's not where there's a break in stitches where you'd be going in and out. It's more like a kind of machine stitch. So it's a kind of cross between these two, I guess. And again, quite effective, I think, more kind of like a machine stitch. And the final one is like a zigzag on a machine stitch. Now obviously you can get different sizes. Because I'm just drawing this by hand, it won't be wholly accurate, but it is what it is. So not even, but it would be like the way I would actually machine stitch something, because I'm not very good on a sewing machine, but there we go. So there we have, I don't know how many was that, 8? Yeah, 7, 8. 8 different ways to put a border on your journal pages or journal cards or decorative cards of any sort. So, quick little video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.